What's up, guys? Good morning. Hope y'all are well today. Sorry I'm starting late. It's a late morning. You guys know me. Okay, you guys know me. I rarely ever miss a stream. So we're starting it up a little bit late, a tad bit late today. But the show must go on. So I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a fun weekend. How about Logan Paul versus, what's his name? Floyd Mayweather. Honestly, he did better than I thought he would. What's up, Sam, Argent, Elevate? Hey, right on time, huh? Yeah, for sure, Joe. 100%, bro. Alright, so, of course, we got AMC here. It's good to see AMC gap it up a little bit. I didn't want to see a gap down. That's for sure. But we're about break even right now in after hours. We closed at 47.90s. We're at 48.70. So, we're technically gapping up today. Hopefully, it's our time, guys. Hopefully, it's our time. Again, I'm still holding this. I've been holding it for months now. And we'll see what happens, team. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think AMC is going to do today. In other gappers list, though, we've got RMED gapping up. We've got LMNL. I'm sure GameStop is moving a little bit with AMC. We've got UCSR or USCR. We have NXTD for next. EVFM is another one I'm watching. It's kind of gapping up some. I talked about this one yesterday on my Benzinga show. We've got BNGO gapping up some as well here. So we got a bunch of stuff that we're watching. We're going to build our watch list in a second. Here's RMED. It's at 740s right now. This is probably my favorite penny stock. I got to check the float. I'm also going to check the float numbers, the short float numbers. What's up, Sam D, my man? Thank you, brother. Alrighty, bro, huh? Thank you, man. I appreciate the support, brother. But yeah, we're going to check the short float, see what it's showing here for RMED on Ortex. We're also going to check the updated AMC numbers for Ortex as well. If you guys didn't see, on Friday, a lot of insiders started unloading shares for AMC. Now, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why they were unloading shares, but a lot of insiders were unloading shares yesterday. I still think we got a shot, though. We are gapping up, though. AMC has a lot of hype today, and so that's what we're going to be looking at. Alright, so here's the short interest on AMC, and this is what I'm showing. We'll look at RMED in a second. Here's the short interest. I am showing 95 million exchange-reported short interest. I'm showing 14 estimated percentage of short interest of the free float. I'm showing the percentage of the free float on loan is currently 21.5%. Now, the estimated short interest is lower than I thought it would be. It's only 14. The percentage of the free float on loan for AMC is 22 roughly. Shares on loan is 110 million. Days to cover is less than 1 at 0.82. Cost to borrow is at 9.03. So, yeah, the short float interest is lower than I thought it would be, but we're still gapping up nicely. This previous closing price right here is still popping out to me. You can see the previous close right here. Let me lower this a little bit. So I got my standing desk, guys. To be honest, one of the reasons I didn't do the full stream today, and we'll see what my numbers are like today. If my numbers are good today, maybe we'll start later every day. But I got my standing desk in. We didn't have time to set it up because we were hanging out. I was hanging out with my wife watching the Logan Paul fight. But we're going to get it set up today. And so we're going to see what happens with that standing desk. I'm kind of excited for it. I got myself a bar stool that I can use. That way, if I get tired, I can sit down. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to just stand up constantly. But we'll see. Nice, SJM. Hey, what's up, James? Alright, let's check RMED. So now that we looked up AMC short float interest, TLRY is gapping up some too. Let me look at RMED here. Let's see if we can find the short float interest there. Sam is saying 40% on RMED, which is why I was initially interested in it. Alright, so Ortex doesn't show anything for RMED. All it shows is it has 1.06 million exchange reported short interest. It depends on what the overall float is for RMED though. So here's RMED. Let's look at the overall float first. I'm showing anywhere between 2.5 and 5 million. So that would indicate, if it's the exchange reported short interest, that it's about 20% is what I'm showing. But again, that's speculating relative to the float. So we'll see what happens aside from that. Let me look up. I could probably use some other places to look this up too. Let me see. Yeah, I'm showing 40% as well on another platform for RMED, so high short interest here. And this is one of the reasons we're watching RMED as well. I don't know what the actual numbers are, but it's one of the reasons we're certainly paying attention. I'm looking at EVFM here too. Let me go ahead and start building my watch list. I mean, this is mostly it. Alright, so we're going to start building stuff. Of course, AMC's at the top. We've got RMED. We got LMNL. Next, EVFM. We're gonna watch BlackBerry. We're gonna watch EXPR. We're gonna watch KOSS. Keep an eye on all these things. %40 via FinViz. That's possible. Yeah. CLOV. Yeah, we're looking at CLOV too. It's gapping up some as well. It had a really high short float interest too. Let me see if we can look it up on Ortex. Alright, so according to Ortex, we've got a 40.46 exchange reported short interest for CLOV. We have 42% short float for CLOV. That's really high. The percentage of the short float on loan is 43.3%. That's really high. Shares on loan is almost 50 million. Days to cover is over 2 at 2.12. Cost to borrow is at 2.38 for CLOV. Here's GOED, which I guess we should probably watch again today too, just based off of the volatility here. What's up, Steve? I gotta see how much caffeine this thing has in it. I don't want to take too much. This is pretty good though. My wife got me these. I don't know what this is though. I don't know how many caffeines or caffeine milligrams this thing has in it. The other one said 200, which is way too much. Hey, thank you, Sam. Yeah, no worries, Victor. BNGO, yeah, I saw BNGO gapping up a little bit as well. So here's BNGO. It's up to 750s. So BNGO gapping up too from 680s to 750s. Now this stock is interesting. I don't hate the daily chart for BNGO. I don't think it looks terrible here. It's over 650s, so we're watching for that. Yeah, count the caffeines. You know I just woke up, Jason, if I'm saying count the caffeines, bro. RMED, I don't really like the daily chart here. We got EVFM at 86 cents. We got LMNL. Oh, but try to yawn. But yeah, most of these have bad looking daily charts, to be honest. But they're still worthwhile to watch. make sure. I should have plenty of equity today. Let me see. Yeah, we're good. Okay. CLNE, SE&S. Yeah, we're looking at SE&S as well. I had this one on our watch list originally, and we had our Benzinga show yesterday. We did it a little bit earlier than we usually do, but the stocks on our list, aside from AMC, were EVFM, LMNL, SE&S, WINT, and BBIG is another interesting one. I think BBIG is super interesting. I think it's highly shorted. Highly shorted is what I'm showing, but maybe I'm wrong. This is Vinco Ventures. Looking at the short interest for this one, it's got over 20% on both. 3.8 million exchange reported short interest. So this was heavily shorted as well. So we'll watch BBIG too. Here's RMED as well. So we're looking at RMED, of course, LMNL, AMC, next, EVFM. Not a bad Monday. We got some volume. BlackBerry, of course, EXPR. A lot of people talking about BlackBerry. KOSS is actually gapping down a little bit. EXPR. Oh, it's kind of sideways. BBIG is actually up some. And then we can look at the catalyst for some of these as well. Here's AMC, of course. Let's see if we can go over some of the news that dropped for AMC. Alright, so William Blair dropped coverage of AMC. Dropped the coverage. It also says that Wall Street traders are using bear put spreads to bet that AMC is going to fail. But we do have AMC up some, which is great. Yeah, that's right, Cade. Yes, sir. Yeah, I saw that, Arjun. I saw that. Right, what's up, Emmanuel? Yes, sir. CLNE. I think I looked at that one, right? Maybe not. Oh, CLNE is not bad. Clean energy. I've heard a lot of talk about this one too. Oh man, I can't stop yawning this morning. But yeah, I'm looking up CLNE. They don't even have a report on Vortex. Interesting. Let me look it up on the other site. Yeah, I'm showing over 20% short float. I'm showing 262.45 million in the float though, so very large float, but it still might work out for this one. We'll see if it happens though. We got BLUE starting to push some in pre-market. Alright, so SLRX News, Salarius Pharmaceuticals presented new research data demonstrating their biodrug safety, dosing, and drug activity in the American Society of Clinical Oncology ASCO 2021 annual meeting. Alright, so here's AMC, guys. Let's look at some of the major levels. I think $50 is big. I talked about this level again on Friday. $50 right here is pretty big. So we're watching 50. We're going to see what happens there. If we do start to rip up, we got the high from Friday, from yesterday. That looks interesting, way up here at like 57.50s. That spot looks interesting and solid enough to watch. We also have these lows down here that we want to pay attention to at 41s. You can see this level was right around that low, so $45 is a pretty big level too. It's below us now as well. That was the low from pre-market on Friday. That level looks really interesting too. So I think watching like $45, $50, the high of the last 2 days up here at 57.60, and then this low down there at 41.40s looks interesting enough to pay attention to for AMC. We also want to see it hold over the previous closing price at around 48 bucks. At 47.90s is the previous closing price. That's the effective level where it goes from green to red and red to green. And so with that, we want to see it stay green on the day. We don't want to see it break underneath that almost $48 level, basically 48. So we're looking at that too. BCLI is showing up on the scanners. BCLI. Nothing really going on with that one though. I'm looking at like BRQS starting to pop off. BRQS is over $1, so we're looking at that too. We've got like again VTVT, HOFD, LAIX, GRIL, BORR, SLNO, VTVT, MRUS. So we got a lot of stuff to pay attention to, but here's BCLI. Nothing really there, but yeah. AMC, still probably our main watch today, based off of everything else. Hit the like button, guys. Y'all want to help support the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Show support for the team here. I definitely appreciate it if you do. Why so many dislikes? You know how it goes. We start the stream. We got that one group. It's always like 15. It's most likely, my guess is it's probably like a group that sends it out to its following and says, hey, go dislike the channel. To be honest, it's probably better for my stream than they really think, because I think some of the group watches my channel most likely. So shout out to them. But yeah. BNGO. Let's see if we can find the catalyst for it. I see BNGO here. This is Bio Genomics. They appointed Jason Pryor, former GeneDx, Semaphore, and Perkin Elmer Genomics sales leader, as the chief commercial officer. So they appointed a new executive, a new chief commercial officer in Jason Pryor. So that's causing some bullish sentiment, I guess. But that's the reason it's up. It's up to 750s. We can watch 758 pre-market high. We got this level right here sticking out to me too at like 730s. So we're gonna look at that as well. Yeah. For which one, Arjun? For no, I mean, BNGO had a catalyst. They appointed a new executive, a new chief commercial officer, in Jason Pryor is the catalyst there. AREC looks interesting too, to be honest. This is one that I've traded a lot before. It had good movement Friday. We have a catalyst for AREC. I mean, that came out that said American Resource Corporation succeeded in achieving a 99.5 purity rare earth element, neodymium, from waste magnets. So the company's environmentally safe LAD chromatography technology achieved a 99.5% purity rating, I guess. And AREC with that catalyst that just came out 2 minutes ago is ripping up here. So here's AREC with that catalyst drop. It's up to almost $4 now. We'll see if it can break 4. We'll go ahead and add that to our watch list just because it's moving here. Look at AREC pop. You know, it's up to 406 now, so we'll see what happens there. Up to 410s, 411s here for AREC. I see BRQS pop up as well. Here's at 108s. Bork's Technology said they received 1.7 million square foot land use rights for the 5G industrial park project Huzhou, China. In Huzhou, China. So they received land, square foot land rights for their 5G product, for their 5G project for BRQS. I also see LOGC pop up. Alright, but let's see what happens with AMC today. Again, let me know in chat right now what you think AMC is going to do today by the end of the day. I'm curious to see what you guys think is going to happen here. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Clay. I don't stress it too much. If somebody brings attention to it, I'll just be like, hey, y'all hit the like button. Let's break 100 real quick. Because it's super simple. Because usually it's like, you can tell, like, realistically, it's just one group. Which is fine. I mean, listen, if they're insecure, they're insecure. But in the end, it doesn't affect the stream at all. You know, you can tell, like, they do it once, and then I call out, I say, hey, guys, hit the subscribe button, and then we just get a bunch of likes to counteract it, so it's all good. It doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. AREC, let's see if it holds 4. We do have some equity to trade today, which I'm kind of excited to trade. It's been a fun weekend. We watched Floyd fight Logan. I mean, everybody knew it was a money grab. I hope Floyd would have knocked out Logan. That's the only thing. But I think, to be honest, I think Floyd underestimated Logan's size. You know, the question I have is that they were taking spreads and bets on the fight. They don't even announce a winner. You know, it's an exhibition fight, so it's like, what happens to all those bets? That's what I'm curious about. I didn't bet on it, of course. I would have never, you know, bet on that fight unless I was betting for Floyd. But even still, you know. A lot of people, what's up, Ali B? A lot of people say they're in BRQS. Yeah, BRQS is popping up. It's at 107s here. It's at 107, so let's see if it moves. It was fun. Yeah, I don't know. It was, at least it wasn't $100. You know, like the Conor versus Floyd fight cost $100. So I mean, you know. At least it wasn't $100. Honestly, did anybody else have issues with their Showtime app though? I gotta get a refund from Showtime because their app sucked. I had to buy it in 2 different places. I had to buy it on FanMio and watch it from my phone, basically. MVIS looks pretty good too, guys. Look at MVIS. I mean, MVIS is up. We got a lot of people asking about this one yesterday. And MVIS is gapping up nicely too. So we'll see what happens here. What's Dogecoin doing today, guys? What about Bitcoin too? Alright, so Bitcoin's back up. Crypto is looking good today. Doge is not up though. Doge is at 37 cents. So I mean, it's not too bad. But the volume on Doge is just dead. Look how slow Doge is right now. There's literally nothing happening for Dogecoin right now. Just incredibly slow. But AMC makes up for it. Now, Floyd was trying for sure, Jeff. I really think, so there's always lots of hugging in boxing. But I really think that people underestimated, I think Floyd himself underestimated how big Logan Paul was. Logan Paul, that's a big dude, man. Looking at the fight, it looked like David versus Goliath in that fight, because Floyd's tiny. No, he's not tiny. Floyd's not that small, but he's definitely smaller than Logan. And so I think a lot of people, including Floyd, underestimated Logan's size and how much that would benefit him. Yeah, let's see what happens, Matt. Yes, sir. Elon has a tweet. What's up, Froweezy? Yeah, here's BNGO. It's popping. It's up to 775. We got AREC moving as well here. Here's GameStop too. GameStop's moving up a little bit. We're watching that too. It's at 25.30s here for GameStop. So we're looking at that. Blue ripping up some. I know we're going to look at like LEDS as well today too. Here's LEDS. It's gapping up enough to pay attention to, I think, today. Enough to pay attention to. Here's RMED. Let's see if it bounces at this $7 level. $7 looks good. We're going to see if it bounces there. You guys notice I'm wearing my beginner trading hoodie today too. Check this hoodie out. It's pretty cool. I actually like this hoodie. And honestly, I've had this hoodie for over a year now, and it's actually stayed pretty intact. So it hasn't been bad relative to some of the other hoodies I've bought historically. AREC though, up to 430s. We're going to see what happens with that too. Let me know where you think AMC is going to be at by the end of the day today. By the end of the day today, where do you think AMC is going to be at? That's the question. Yeah, well, Nate Robinson's still way bigger than Floyd. Like, Floyd's got to be, like, realistically, like, 5'6". You know, he's still 3 inches shorter than Nate. I mean, if you look at KSI as well, like, KSI is my height. So KSI is like 5'11". So like the KSI, the other guy Logan fought, is he's not tall, but he's definitely taller than Floyd. So I think height and size played a big factor. And I think Floyd still won because Floyd's Floyd, you know. Look at a VERU popping up here. It's at 920s, guys, for VERU 920s here. There's LEDS. So AMC, GameStop, RMED, LMNL, Next, EVFM, BlackBerry, EXPR, KOSS, BBIG, and AREC is mostly what we're watching right now. If I'm missing anything, let me know. I don't think I am. I mean, we're going to be watching like BBIG, as I said, We're going to be watching BNGO and LEDS, or a few that I don't think I mentioned yet. So we'll add those to our list too. BNGO, LEDS. And we got a decent amount of stuff moving this morning. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, that's what happens, Ali B. I mean, you got big size, you're gonna get winded faster for sure. Oh, we can watch MVIS too. I think MVIS is one that I forgot to include here. Here's BNGO at 780s. But yeah. Oh man, that's rough, Michael Fitzgerald. Sorry to hear that, bro. AMC, hopefully. Alright, so here's what people said about AMC. Arjun says $50 to 52. I could agree with that. Rick says 62. Stonk says 59. AMC, hopefully 70 plus. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. High of the day 76. Close at 58. 60s for AMC. What did Elon say? Did Elon tweet something? Why is everybody mad at Elon? I'm reading everybody yelling at Elon. What happened? Okay, since we love you, Elon is trending. Alright, so the Model S is going to play speed this week. He said 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Quickest production car ever made of any kind. It's pretty fast. 0 to 2 seconds? 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2 seconds? I mean, that's crazy. That's fast. There's ADMP gapping up some as well. We got NEXT. I don't know if I looked up the catalyst for NEXT here too. This is next decade. Morgan Stanley upgraded the stock from equal weight to overweight and announced a $6 price target for NEXT. So it did have a catalyst too. Here's RMED, it's over 7. There's BNGO, it's at 780 right now too. Did my headphones just die? I have to go get my other ones. Let me try this one. Honestly, I forgot to charge them last night. Hey, well, do your thing, Stonk. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, brother? Doesn't look like he tweeted anything new, but he has been doing some pretty heavy manipulation of crypto. Word is he's doing it on purpose so some whales can get coins cheap at the expense of retail. I mean, okay. If you could influence cryptocurrencies, would you? That's the question. You gotta ask Elon. In an unregulated market like crypto, where the odds are you'll get in less trouble than doing so on stocks, would you try to influence the cryptocurrency markets if you could? If you had clout like Elon, would you influence the market? If you say no, you're probably lying. If I had Elon, I'd be buying up shares of Doge and then putting little Doge tweets, little cryptic Doge tweets everywhere, bro. Which is what he did. I can't even knock him for it either. 100% we would, you know. If you got that much clout, you know, you're going to do it. It's just what's going to happen, you know. So, hey, I can't knock him too much for it. I really can't, you know. He's got a lot of clout, obviously has some sway over some markets, and I don't even know what I would do with that power, you know. He's got some sway. You can't knock him for it too much. Man, what happened to my headphones, bro? Are these dead already? That was fast. Are they dead? They gotta be. I'm gonna have to go get Carol's AirPods. Oh look, this one worked. There we go. Yeah, my headphones died, so I fixed it. You can't blame him for doing it, but you can still call him out on it. What's up, Bob? How you doing, Angry Bob? Here's the AREC, and if we're talking pity stocks, we got a lot of movement here for like AREC, for RMED, you know, LMNL. Let's see the low float stocks just so we can understand which ones have low floats here. If we're looking for low float stocks, RMED I believe is one, yeah, with 2.5 to 5 million in the float. LMNL, I don't think this one's low, but let me see. Yeah, so this one's low float too, LMNL. I'm pretty sure LEDS might be a low float stock too, just relative to its movement. Yeah, very low float stock. So LEDS, low float as well. BBIG is too. Look at EVFM. It's still battling $1 here. Let's see if we can break over 1 and see what happens if it does. Here's a LMNL. Still trying to make moves. It's at 590s. Starting to push back over VWAP too. But yeah, here's AMC, guys. Let's see what happens with it. Let's see what happens. Again, the previous closing price for AMC is right there at 47.90s. At 47.90s is where the previous close is. So let's see if it holds over that level. Again, that's the effective level where it goes from red to green on the day. So let's see if it holds over that level. That's what I'm waiting for. Can it hold over $48 basically. It's confirmed a lot. It's the previous closing price. It's the level at which it goes from red to green. And so let's see what happens there. Sell Doge by AMC, they said. The problem is, why on earth would it be that stupid to put your life savings into something as volatile as Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin's been pretty volatile historically. I think if you got in early, though, people, it changed fortunes. I think it's a gamble, of course, but I think that Bitcoin is the future of money, most likely, and that over the years, it'll go higher, I think. But I might be wrong, and I don't have a ton of money invested in Bitcoin, obviously. But I think Bitcoin is kind of like buying the dips and seeing if it pops, you know. But it's definitely a gamble. I wouldn't put my life savings in it. I'll put it that way. NAKD is moving up as well here, so we're looking at NAKD too. Here's BNGO at 780s. We're looking at that. Oh, we'll have a few guests on the show on Wednesday. So Wednesday we have Mitch, we have Ryan, we have Sung. If you guys know my show I did with Mitch a while back, but we got Ryan, Sung, we got Ryan Rosbiani, we've got Sung Kim coming on the show Wednesday. We've got Mitch from Benzinga coming on the show. So Wednesday should be a fun day. I haven't talked to Eric in a while. I think he's doing good, though. I'll get back in at Bitcoin at 9K. El Salvador said that they're going to accept crypto as a legal tender. I don't know, man. I don't know how much it's going to be used there. You know, I don't know how widely it's going to be used there is the question, you know. Like, I see they're accepting, and that's cool, but my question is, how widely is it going to be accepted? And I can't imagine that it's going to be super highly accepted, you know. Look at RMED, but man, this one's popping up big. Again, this one did have a catalyst. Or no, this one didn't have a catalyst. Not that I see, at least. Highly shorted though, highly shorted for RMBD. Small float too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so RMED has less than 5 million in the float. GTE moving up. But we're still sitting in with our AMC trade. I think the 5-minute plus charts are telling for AMC. I think you can see we like pushed up. We've been consolidating really for a few days now, which I think is fine. We're up to 49.10s here, 49.10s. Can AMC continue its crazy rip up? Again, the first milestone level that we're looking at, and I talked about this a little bit on the Benzinga show I did yesterday, but the first milestone level we're looking at is $50. I think $50 is a big psychological level that we should be paying attention to. I think it's a level that a lot of other traders are watching right now, and so we're going to see what happens with $50. We're also looking at 57. We're looking at 57 up there. We're going to see what happens with that as well, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get. All right, so AMC over $49. Over $49. We're gonna see what happens with it, but it's over 49 bucks. We got AMBO that's sitting at 250s here. So this one just recently started to pop. Let's see if this one has a catalyst. Yeah, so this is AMBROW. Their Education Inc. strategic cooperation with Kylansoft. So they reached a deal with another company called Kylansoft, and that's the catalyst here. So they launched a skill recognition system based on blockchain a few days ago. But yeah, they announced basically a deal, a cooperation agreement with Kylansoft to design training classes and offer career certification services for AMBO. So AMBO. So we'll see what happens there. We're watching that too. I guess we can add that to our very long list of stuff today. And I think it's good that we have a long list. I think I talked about it a little bit on my Benzinga show, but I think we've had I think that the market was really slow in April and some May, but now it's starting to heat back, and we got a lot of gappers today, which is great. I think the volatility is really solid today. You can see all the gappers. Just go through my entire list. Of course, we're looking at AMC. It's the belle of the ball today. We got GameStop that we're also peeping out. It's over 250. I want to see it hold over 250. I think holding over 250 is extremely crucial. Big psychological level, and that'll lead us to maybe a test of 300 if we can hold over those levels. We've got RMED, which is probably the most volatile stock outside of AMC and GameStop. It's up to 720, small float, highly shorted for RMED. We've got LMNL. And just the sheer amount of gaps is way better than we've been the last few months. So LMNL gapping up to 590 here. So we're watching that. We got Next, NEXT gapping up to over $3. We've got EVFM sitting right around $1, just under $1, gapping up nicely from it too. A lot of these are catalyst driven. We've got BlackBerry following AMC pretty closely here. If you look at BlackBerry, for instance, and then we look at AMC, they look very similar over the last 2 days if we're looking at like a 5 or a 15-minute chart. So we're watching that as well. EXPR, same type of thing. Extremely similar to AMC and BlackBerry. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We got BBIG sitting at 450s. So we got BBIG up there. We're going to see what happens with that. We got AREC sitting at 430s. So we're looking at AREC as well. This one's very volatile too. It did have a catalyst. Again, this one achieved a high purity rate for their rare earth element neodymium using its chromatography process. So it succeeded in hitting a 99.5% purity rate for their rare earth element neodymium from waste magnets. So we're interesting. Real catalyst here. We're gonna see what happens. I believe this one's a pretty low float as well, if I'm not mistaken. For AREC, yeah, the float is it's smaller. It's less than 50 million, but it's over 30 million. So I'm showing 38, anywhere between 35 and 40 million really for AREC in the float there. So we're gonna see what happens with that too. We've got BNGO making moves here. BNGO sitting at 770s. So we're looking at that. And BNGO's gapping up. I'm pretty sure this is catalyst driven as well. They elected a new executive is really what this is. So yeah, they appointed Jason Pryor, former GeneDx, Semaphore, and Perkin Elmer genomic sales leader as their chief commercial officer for BNGO. So that's the catalyst for that one. Again, we also have LEDS here, over 20s. So we got LEDS at 2250, and we're gonna see what happens with that. You think I look like one of the Paul brothers? Why do you think I look like one of the Paul brothers, bro? Is it the hat? I can take the hat off, you know. They have like blonde hair, bro, you know. Like I have brown hair. I had blonde hair as a kid, believe it or not. My son has blonde hair, and I had blonde hair as a kid. I've showed this picture a lot before. This is young beginner trading right here. Young beginner trading. Check me out. Look at me. Just the coolest kid ever. Probably not catching a thing. I don't even think I caught anything that day. But that's young John. Pretending. And I was really fishing. I thought I was fishing. But yeah. There's young me. We got RMED popping off. All right, so AMC pulling back a little bit. Again, let's let AMC consolidate and see if it can break $50. I want to see if it breaks 50. That's the big step. Can it break $50? That's what everybody wants to see. Can it break $50? That's what we want to know. What do you think, guys? Do you think AMC is going to break 50 today and actually hold? Is the question. You know, breaking 50 is somewhat insignificant. It needs to actually hold up at those levels. Yeah, no, you're good, Emmanuel. You're good, bro. Hey, what's up, Healthy? Hey, have fun in vacation, brother. It's 5:40 over here in Arizona. Hey, nice, man. Hope you're doing good, bro. Justin Jacobson says, can you explain why we wait to confirm new levels before entry? If it confirms, does it expect to continue to climb? It can. The reason we always wait for confirmation is because confirmation is going to be added support or resistance, right? So, like, for instance, let me find it. We can use AMC as an example. I guess we never got to tech time today. So if you guys want to do tech time, hit the like button, guys. Let's roll the like numbers up. If we could break 200 likes, I mean, we got a decent amount of people here. I started late this morning, and we already got, I started less than an hour ago. We already got over 600 people here. So hit the like button. We'll do some tech time and have some fun. We also still have AMBO that we're watching, too. What does it look like on a 1-minute chart? 1-minute chart looks less favorable, less volume. But yeah. I told you, Elisa, I was blonde. I wasn't lying. You know, I don't know what happened to my hair. It changed as I got older. Like, my son's blonde haired. And my people look at my son and they're like, oh, you know, he looks like Carol. And then I pull out that picture, and then they're like, oh, well, he kind of looks like you, you know. I don't know what happened to my hair. You know, my hair changed as I got older. My mom's blonde hair, blue-eyed. So my mom's blonde hair, blue-eyed. My dad is like the opposite. My dad is dark hair, dark eyes, you know. LEDS popping up big this morning, guys. LEDS ripping up here. So LEDS is up to almost $25. Yeah, Starfish. You know, honestly, if we get good views today, hey, listen, I might. Okay, so there we go. We hit the levels for tech time today. And now we can go over the confirmation example, because I thought that was a good thing that we could do for tech time today. Okay, so the reason we want confirmations, guys, is because if you go back to what we've talked about in tech time the last few days here, the reason we want confirmations is because it enables us to build more obvious levels on a chart. And so let's just look at some obvious confirmation here. Right now I see like 48.50 right here. Pretty obvious level. You know, it's got support here, support here, support here, support here. This allows people to see the level in a more clear way. And so when you're looking at technicals, the more obvious level, the better. Because the more obvious level is going to have the most people ultimately watching it and trading off of it. And that's going to give it more momentum in your favor most of the time. And so we're looking for obvious levels, and that relies on confirmation a lot of the time. So when a stock goes up to the same level over and over and over again, this is a great example right here. When a stock pulls back to the same level over and over and over again, what happens? You know, here's a level like this on the chart, this $60 level, which is kind of a big whole dollar anyway. But when a stock moves back to the same level over and over and over again, what happens? Other traders start playing off of those levels. And so you can see we confirmed it a little bit here. We confirmed $60 a little bit here. This one, we kind of tested it. It broke underneath it, but we kind of tested it. We confirmed it here. And so what happens is that after this happens, traders are more likely to be buying this pullback because they're seeing that level is respected. They're seeing it's a more obvious level, to put it bluntly. It's a more obvious level that traders are going to ultimately use with their trading. You know, and the more obvious, the better. The more obvious, the more traders that are using that level. And it's the same thing with indicators. Like if we're looking for an indicator, like listen, when I first got started in trading, I used the most unnecessary, useless, and obscure indicators. And an indicator can't really be obscure unless it pulls data from something that's not obscure. So like you can pull data from moving averages and create an algorithm to trade it, but that's basically pulling data from less obscure levels and from obvious levels that other traders are using. But if you're using some really obscure indicator that nobody else knows about, nobody else is going to be trading off of that indicator. Same thing with levels. And so you're not going to have buyers stepping in where you want them to because nobody else is using it. You know, I get it, like indicators sometimes they have the next big hot thing in the market with people using indicators, but it's like your mentality with technical trading should be looking for the obvious. You know, looking for the obvious is what's going to benefit you. And same thing with support and resistance. So like here's a really obvious level at 60. What happens at this level? Traders start buying these pullbacks because it's been respected so much. It's bounced so much when it hit this level. Traders, you got to think about what goes on in traders' heads. Traders are going to see this and they're going to say, oh, well, that level respected over and over and over again. Maybe I'll buy it. And if it breaks under that level, I'll get out. It's also that's the mentality traders have in that situation, and so these pullbacks are getting bought up. You know, and so with that said, when we're looking at technicals, we want to see obvious levels. You know, there's two different types of obvious levels that I watch with my technical trading. One is obviously a lot of confirmations. So a lot of confirmations makes a level obvious, of course, because it's got more touches to that specific level. More people are drawing lines at on that confirmed level and ultimately trading off of it, and it's just going to work a lot of the time. The other obvious level that I use in my trading, which is a little bit, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit less common of a way people, it's a little bit less common of a mentality people use for technical trading. I'll say it that way. Is I look for obvious isolated levels. So we look for confirmations, but we look for obvious isolated levels. And it makes sense if you really think about it. Like if you think about what we're trying to do, looking for really obvious isolated levels makes a ton of sense because those are the levels that are going to have a lot of traders watching them too. An example of really obvious, isolated levels is this. Like, look how isolated this level is up here. Big move up, big pull down. Obvious high. Obvious and isolated high up here that a lot of other traders can't help but see. You couldn't ignore this level if you wanted to because it's so obvious, especially if you look at the grand scheme of things. It's what's an obvious isolated high up there. And so what happens in that situation is that traders see it as a milestone level. Look at this. We move right up there, and then what happens? It touches that level. Why? Because it's really obvious. It's super obvious. And so when you're looking at trading from a technical perspective, you need to have the mentality of where is the most obvious levels. These are the levels that I'm watching. And a lot of other traders like me are watching them too. And then look when we pull back. So we break over these two obvious levels, these isolated levels up here. And then look what happens in pre-market. We pull back and we bounce at that level. And so these are the pullbacks that I'm really buying. I'm buying pullbacks to really obvious levels and isolated levels up there. These are the type of pullbacks that I'm getting involved with. And when I'm trading these, and then look what happens when we break underneath this level. So like here's this level, we hold it as resistance and we continue the move down. And that's how you get into like a flow of technicals. That's how you see technicals in like a flow perspective where you're looking at it from like a flow perspective. Like, okay, it broke over the milestone level. If it doesn't hold, it drops. That's what we're doing. And if I can teach you anything for today's tech time, it's to get you in that right mental state, like get you in the right mentality to watch these type of levels. Because again, it makes sense if you really think about it, why we would use these two type of levels. We want confirmed levels that have been touched multiple times that traders are seeing. And then we want to see isolated levels that are just really, really self-evident. You know, they're sticking out to us on the chart. And so most of the time that's going to be highs because we're going to see the previous high of the day like this that's really isolated up there. And so a lot of people are watching it. But it could also be lows as well. It's just less common. And most of the time I'm waiting for these big isolated levels to break, and then I'm buying these type of little pullbacks like this, and then scalping the bounce out. Let's see if we can find another example. Here's one right here. It's not an exact example, but again, I mean, what do we have here for AMC? We've got a really isolated level there, and then in turn, you know, look at this. Look at the chart, and you can tell when it's going to follow a level without even looking at it. But look, so we got a really isolated level up here. And then we test that, we reject, break down, and then look at this right here. So it's still following that level. Let's see if we can find an example on the downside here. I mean, this would be an example here, but it just didn't hold the level. It tried to. So here's another example of these isolated levels. But you can see how the stock follows this. So even though it didn't hold here, it tried to. You can see it tried to bounce right here. You can see it tried to bounce right here, and it just couldn't. But really obvious isolated level. And then when we break underneath that, what happens? We hold it as resistance. And so short traders are doing a very similar thing. We see the isolated level, we see it break, and then they're shorting into that resistance now. Same exact thing we talked about here, just the opposite side. You know, here's the isolated level. We break over that. Long traders are buying that dip. So I hope that all makes sense. And again, it's about looking for obvious levels. If you can program your brain to spot obvious levels in a chart and watch those levels like milestone levels, then your technical trading should improve. Let me know if you guys got any questions about today's tech time. Yeah, basically Pete. I should say it again. You know, good morning. I just subbed and thank you. Your channel is really cool. Hey, thank you, SWAT. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you say isolated one more time, my mind will explode. How much isolated could isolated isolate if isolated could isolate? Cheers to you. But yeah, with that said, let's see what happens with AMC to do. Let's see what happens with AMC. It's back over 49. AMC's making a little bit of a push. It's at 49.50s right now, guys. We're going to see what happens here. Hey, what's up, Mo? How you doing, brother? Yeah, no worries, Justin. What's up, Mo? How you doing, bro? Hey, bro. Mo, with the amount of shares you probably bought in AMC, I can only imagine you're living on a beach, drinking margaritas all day, bro. You know? How many shares did you have of AMC, Mo? Let me know. My man Mo got rich with AMC. I should have bought more. I should have listened to him. You know? Should have listened to him. We're going to have you come on stream one day, Mo. You know what I mean? You're broke? What? You sold? What? How? I watched a lot of your videos over the weekend and learned a few new things. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Richard. Hey, I saw you become a Patreon of mine, brother. So, hey, I appreciate that, Richard. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the support, dude. Patreon's one of those things where I threw it up a while back, and we've got a few nice Patreons on there that are just really supportive. So, shout out to you guys. Appreciate the love. I can't remember what email I used. There we go. Todd, Scott, Rick, Emmanuel. Thank you guys. Victoria. Appreciate the love. Just checking my Patreon. Thank you guys. Appreciate the support, team. Honestly, it's a great morning, though. Look at all the volatility today. That's what I'm excited for. It's just the volatility alone. Here's RMED. We got LMNL, AREC, AMBO, which is not holding here. It's not holding. It was trying to, but it didn't. LOGC trying. BNGO at 790s. We're watching that. Still looking at CLNE. That one's kind of popping off too. Much larger float here, but we're still watching it. EVFM trying. We just got a lot of stuff to watch and trade today. I'm excited for it, guys. I really am. I'm excited to trade today. How do you subscribe? You just click the subscribe button. You scroll down underneath the video and just hit subscribe. Bro, do you think it's a good time to buy AMC? I'm broke. I got a family of 12. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear. I mean, I'm not sorry to hear that, bro. You know, big families are great. I wish I had a big family. I'm trying to talk my wife into having more kids. You know, she kind of wants to. But, you know, I'm getting old. I'm not getting old. I mean, I still got time. You know, she's still pretty young. Well, I'll let you know how that goes. ADMP's still trying to pop off too. Here's LMNL. It's over 7, though. So our RMAD is over 7. So we're watching this. I want to see if it holds at 7. And again, here's a good example, guys, of going back to tech time. Like, look at this. Really obvious level. And what happens, it kind of turns into a milestone here, where it's like it's trying to break, but it can't. You know what I mean? So it pushes up there, tries to break, can't. But we got an isolated level up here, too. It's one of the reasons the pre-market high has a lot of weight, because it's just that most of the time it's isolated up there, and it's a level that a lot of other people are paying attention to. So it's got all those things of like obvious. GLMD is gapping up some too. ENVB. We got BlackBerry. Maybe I'll trade BlackBerry. BlackBerry is more like I might invest in this thing, but I got to research a little bit more about the company. Also, one of my next investments is going to be Disney. I just need to wait for a pullback, and it's going to be an actual investment. Honestly, I'm kicking myself because I told myself that a few months ago, and we had this beautiful pullback to 160s that I should have bought into. You know, I don't make stock videos that much. Shout out to all the subs today. I see we got a lot of new ones, so hey, shout out to you guys. Georgia, Keith, Mono, SWAT. Hey, thank you, team. Appreciate the support. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. Click the notification bell. We definitely appreciate it if you do. But yeah, here's AMC. And again, it's over 49, which is great. Let's see if it breaks $50. Do you guys recommend buying calls for AMC 2 months out or buying the shares outright? I think there's pros and cons to each. Okay, so the pros and cons are like this. Hey, thank you, Pedro, my man. Appreciate the support, brother. Thank you, man. Hey, I appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We're gonna add that to the push-up count today. But yeah, so I think there's pros and cons to each. I think the pros are obvious in that, you know, you have a really defined risk with options, and a lot of the time it's gonna be less of an investment than you would need if you bought that many actual shares. But the cons are obvious too, in that with options, if it takes a little bit longer to get the move you're looking for, it could potentially expire worthless, and then you would lose everything that you put into it. And so, you know, and that's a big flaw in options. And so I think it just depends on how convicted you are with regards to where you think it's going to go. If you're really sure it's going to go up, then, you know, get an option. But I'm not sold on options. I would rather just buy and hold shares, because holding shares long term can always, you know, a lot of the time people get into short-term trades that they end up holding long-term, and if it's a real company, most of the time it's going to go up long-term, even if it has short-term swings. And so, you know, I prefer to buy the actual shares, but, you know, it's subjective. NAKD or SNDL? Yeah, we're looking at SNDL, Sundial. NAKD is interesting too. We're definitely watching this one as well. Yeah, here's another example. Look at the obvious level here for NAKD on the downside. Got one up here too, $1, big level. And then look at it follow. You'll see this happen a lot, and this is one of my favorite ways to short. So like one of my favorite short patterns was this. So what I would do is I would wait for the stock to pull down and test lows, and then I would short it on pops. I'm not saying do that here with NAKD. I'm just showing you how common you'll see this strategy. Like, you'll see this strategy a bunch. But again, look at the confirmation of that level there too. But yeah, with NAKD, this was interesting. I mean, it's moving basically with AMC and GameStop. It's a Reddit stock. Wall Street Bets talks about this one a lot for NAKD. So, like, it's interesting for sure. And we'll just have to wait and see what we get with it. LEDS as well. Of course, AMC, SNDL. SNDL, I just want to see it hold over $1. This is Sundial. It's a cannabis stock. It has a really big float, 1.5 billion in the float. So just a very large float for this one. But it's a cannabis stock, and if AMC starts to run, I think this one will too. We're going to watch that as well. All right, so AMC's pushing up. It's getting ready to test $50 here, $50. We're going to see what happens with it. There's $50 right now. It's at $49.95. Let's see if it can actually break. $49.90s, $50. Let's see if it actually breaks now, guys. I don't know. I'm hoping, Arthur. I'm hoping we get some volatility from that. What's up, James? APDN. And I know, guys, we have our Trader Rehab show debuting soon. I pushed it back because we needed to make some changes in the format for the Trader Rehab show that we're going to be redoing this week. And so give me time. But the Trader Rehab should be dropping this week. Just be ready for it. And again, if you want to subscribe to Trader Rehab in anticipation of the show dropping, I'll post this link. Here's Trader Rehab. Go sub to that. It's going to be a fun channel podcast where we interview and review traders. We interview traders. We review what they're doing. They give us info on how they're doing, what holes they have in their game, what they like to improve on, and we give them realistic experience advice from traders. It's called Trader Rehab. You can subscribe to it here. Alright, so AMC still testing $50. Is at $49.95. $49.95. Yeah, for sure. I'll do that, Martin, for sure. I should probably do that right now, huh? Alright, so here's $50. We got $49.99 there for a split second. Alright, so we tapped over $50. We got up to like 50.11 now. We're sitting at hey, thank you NYL, thank you Rich, thank you Shirley. Appreciate the subs, guys. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Definitely appreciate it. Let me get this camera right. Make sure it's Alright, so there's $50 for AMC. And again, big milestone level. Let's see if it actually breaks and holds that spot. $49.90s. L starting to pop off, guys. GameStop heading up here. Let's just see if it holds here. And again, $50 is a big level. I don't mind letting it kind of hang out. We got 25 minutes until the opening bell, so we got some time. Alright, so we're back at 49.70s. L popped over the VWAP. It got up to $6, so we're watching that. We got NVCN that's making a little bit of a pop too here. So NVCN, we got RMEB. EBFM rejecting at $1. We still got LEDS, which is interesting. BNGO, we're still watching too. We got a big list today. A lot of volatility and volume, to be honest. So it's looking good. You know, I'm liking it. Let's see if BNGO can hold over 760s. Alright, here's AMC. It's testing $50 again. It's testing 50. Let's see what happens here with AMC. It's testing $50 again. The music is loud, is it? Is the music loud relative to my voice, guys? Not that I really have, James. I don't have too many new ones, brother. We got some, but nothing too crazy. NVCN is trying to run, guys. So NVCN. All right, so there's AMC. We're back over $50. We're at $50.29. And again, going back to the technical strategy we talked about earlier, here's a really isolated level up there. So if we're looking at the pre-market high, 51, basically $52. Whenever it's close enough to a whole dollar, I basically just pivot to that whole dollar and use that instead of the more obscure level for that exact reason. So we're going to watch 52 bucks, see if we can break over that. We're at 50.40s right now for AMC, 50.40s, guys. Please no disco. Yeah, turn it down a little bit. All right, guys, we got 20 minutes, guys, 20 minutes. Hey, thank you, Robert, my man. Appreciate the support, bro. All right, so we're over 50.40s. We're going to see what happens here. We're over 50s. We're at 50.50. Alright, so we're over 50. Now that we broke over $50, let's see if we can actually hold that level of support. MOSY direct offering. Yeah, so Mosey hitting us with an offering after getting pumped up last week from Force. 13 million registered direct offering price at $7.15. So it's a 13 million share offering, and that's a big offering for Mosey. The float's only 5 million, so they've essentially almost tripled, basically doubled their float with this offering. So I don't know. Or no, it's a $13 million, I'm sorry, registered direct offering. Let me see how many shares they sold. Okay, so it was only 1.8 million shares, so it was like 20% of the float. So it's not a huge percentage. So it's not that bad, but the price of the offering was at $7.15, and so that's going to drop the price to roughly around there. Here's LMNL, it's over 6. Here's RMED, it's at 690s. Alright, so LMNL over 6. AMC holding at 50, hopefully. And let's see if it continues up. We got about 15 minutes into the opening bell, guys. We've got over 700 people here, which is honestly better than I thought it would be. If we could break 1,000 people here today in today's live stream, maybe I'll start later from now on. Maybe. So here's AMBO. We're sitting at 250s right now. And AMBO is kind of moving. What happened to the crystal clear music? What's wrong with the music? Is the music not clear? What's up, Ronan? No, I don't use Thinkorswim, Mario. I use floatchecker.com to find the float. We need a meme stock to dive in, a big sell-off for a rant to kick in. Hey. Hey, what's up, Ronan? I'm still ranting, bro. I started early today. I got like 6 hours of sleep last night, bro, so I don't know if I'm in a ranting mood. I guess I could be in a more ranting mood, you know. But hope you're doing good, brother. Good to see you here. Still watching AREC. It's not holding the VWAP, which is not... Whoa. AREC is not holding the VWAP yet. It's at 420s. So we'll see what happens there. We got AMC at 50-30s, though. So AMC right around 50-30s. Let's see if it holds here now. Yeah, I got you, James. I'll post it in our Discord. The previous close. Oh, my AirPods just died. All right, there's the script in our Discord, James. Let me get the other one out. Alright, but yeah, I just posted it on our Discord, James. Alright, so there's 50.70 for AMC. It's over $50. It's at 50.70 now. Again, let's see what happens when it tries to break 52. But these are all good things for AMC. All good things. Alright, so AMC, let's see if it gets over the pre-market high, guys. It's trying. It's trying. It's at 50.70s now. Alright, guys, we got about 13 minutes. What's up, Caitlin? Good morning. Drink coffee and get angry. Music is fine. Audio is fine. It's not you. Okay, cool. Yeah, for sure, SJM. I like the music too. The mic, not the music? What's wrong with the mic? The mic sound okay? Yeah. I mean, I could always, like, twist it. I think this will probably be the most clear way to hear the mic. Let me know if that works. We're at 50.70 for AMC. 50.70. I see JFU pop off, too. Up to $2 here for JFU. Up to $2. So we're going to see what happens here with that. Mic is fine. Sounds better. Cool. Besides AMC, what are we watching? Caitlin, we got a lot of stuff to watch today, honestly. We got LMNL over 6. We got RMED at 670s. We've got AREC gapping up to 415s. Some of the gaps are falling down, but they're still gapping up, basically. We got NEXT, AMBO. AMBO is still interesting. It's at 250s. 250s for AMBO. EVFM sitting at 97 cents. We've got BBIG that we're watching that's gapping up to 450s. We got BNGO. We got LEDS. We got a lot of momentum. Honestly, we got so much stuff to watch. I'm excited for the opening bell. We do. We got so much stuff to watch. I'm excited for the opening bell. It should be fun. It should be a fun day, hopefully. Here's LEDS. Okay, that was better, but you were fine. Hey, thank you, Mike. Hey, if I'm not anything, my friend Kelly nicknamed me back in the day Jukebox Johnny, because she said I picked good music and that I was a good DJ in the car. So, you know, I'm gonna change the name of the channel to Jukebox Johnny's stock tips. You know. Here's REMD. We're at 670s for REMD. We're watching this. XCRS, what's up, Han? Yeah, XCRS, the daily chart looks interesting. Not the daily chart, the longer term chart. So like the 30-minute chart, the daily chart looks okay, but like the 30-minute chart looks good. And if we're talking about daily charts, my favorite stock out of this whole list is LEDS on the daily chart. Beautiful daily chart for LEDS. I don't know if it's actually going to hold these gains, but it still looks good. Yeah, that's right, Ronan. You know how we do it here. We don't want any ASMR, though. Listen. This is John's stock trading advice. But no. We got LEDS at 2640s. Very strong. We got SE and S that's moving up some. 306s for SE and S. Here's AREC at 420s. We're watching 420s. Here's BNGO. We're looking at that too. It's at 770s for BNGO. So we got a lot of stuff to watch. Honestly, so much stuff. I only have one chart up on TOS right now. I'm gonna have to build a new, let's see. I'm gonna have to detach this and kind of build a new TOS charting system here, just because we got so much stuff that's actually ripping up. What's up, Han? CCIB gonna make a move? I don't know. We could see. Hey, what's up, Jay? Jay Lean. Good morning. New PM high for AMC. What? Hey, AMC's breaking the pre-market high. It broke over 52s, guys. Over 52s. Looks good. Glad I didn't sell the rest. I'm trying to give it a shot to make moves here. And we're still holding it. Most of it. We took some off last week, but we're still holding most of our position. LMNL seems to be good until it goes. Wait, LMNL seems good. It only goes until 6, then right back up several times. Yeah, James. Yeah, I posted it in our Discord for you, brother. So check the Discord and check the main chat. I just posted it. Oh. Yeah, it's right above you, James. Look right up, bro. Yeah, no worries, brother. There's actually a simpler script that somebody in chat. There's a simpler way than my script to document the previous closing price. The script I have is way too complicated. There's a way easier way. All right, so look, we broke over the really obvious and isolated level up here in pre-market at around $52. Let's see if AMC bounces here. Again, it's kind of a milestone level pre-market high break. Let's see what happens now. We're at $52 for AMC. $52. Yeah, no, you're good, James. Hey, bud, what are your thoughts on volume for AMC this morning? I think the volume looks good. Volume looks good. Breaking pre-market high. I think it's really good that we break this pre-market high before the opening bell. I think that'll bring more attention to AMC. Maybe get some more traders involved and help the momentum on the upside. And so, yeah, that's what we're, hoping. We get us some upward momentum. Obviously, I'm holding it on Webull. And so, yeah, we're holding it there. And we're going to see what happens with it. Of course, we have it sold. Or we haven't sold the rest of our position. We're still holding, a decent amount. And we're up huge. Again, this AMC trade is the biggest trade I've gotten into this year for sure. Hey, what's up, Glenn? John, 3 banks banned shorting AMC, MBIS, and GameStop this weekend, so we're going to move. Hey, I hope you're right, Mo. Would you suggest buying AMC if you haven't already, or is it too late? I don't know, man. I don't know, Anthony. It's hard to say, brother. I'm not one of those guys that are just going to blindly encourage people to buy or sell. I'm never going to tell people to buy or sell. I'm holding my AMC trade. The only thing what I like to do in this instance is ask the chat, what do you guys think? Do you think AMC is still bullish? Do you think if you had not bought shares of AMC already, would you buy more now, and why? Explain it to us in the chat. I'm holding my shares from the 920s, guys, from the 920s. So I'm up huge, and I don't have to worry about it. And so it's different from a lot of other traders. So it's a different situation. All right, so we did not hold at that level. Now we got another level up here, though, that we can watch. So we got a big rejection here. Which is fine, but I would have liked to see AMC hold over $51.80 right there, $52 basically. Hey, thank you, Mario. Yeah, it's the same mic I've always had. I just adjusted it. I put the arm, so I adjusted it so that you can actually see, like you can almost see it. So like here's the mic. So you can see the mic's like right next to my face now, which definitely helps the volume. And I don't know why I didn't do this before. I think I got worried that the mic would block too much stuff, but I think now it just makes my volume noticeably better in here. So I should have done it a long time ago, but yeah, we basically fixed the volume on the stream. All right, so we're AMC sitting at 51.20s. Let's see if it holds 51 now, I guess, and especially 50 is what we want to see. But all right, guys, we got 3 minutes until the opening bell. 3 minutes. Let's do this. There's 670s, 680s for RMED. All right, so let's see what people said about AMC. They said bullish, yes. F, yeah. Yes, I would never buy it now. Yes, I bought this morning at 49. I would see what happens this morning. I averaged up a bit. Not holding AMC, only day trading it too risky. Probably can scalp, but too late to get in if not already in my honest opinion, or in my opinion. Holding at 13. Nice G. Which one did you do better with, LEDS or AMC this year? AMC, certainly. I made thousands with AMC. LEDS, I just made a little bit last week. Sold a few days ago. Might buy in again after the market opens. We see AMC looks bullish. It can make a bull pattern up to 77. I think it will go up, but not sure if it will be at 70 or if it will go to 100 plus. It all depends. I bought back in at 47.90, expecting another run, Pawn says. I held off going more into it, though. We have some OGs in the chat. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm buying AMC. I've actually taken large scalps. Yeah, because number one, banks are starting to ban AMC shorts. I know, but I think that's a bad thing, though. I think shorts are necessary. Like, the whole reason GameStop propelled up to over 500 was because of shorts. Without shorts, it's going to kill some of that upward momentum. Number two, with this crazy volume, you're guaranteed to make at least 20%. I hope so. Peter, it's on Webull, and I try to keep them separated because if I get into, I'm mostly a day trader, so if I put a position on this computer, I'm usually going to exit it. I've been very open about it, though. Like, if you ask people in the stream, I told people a month and a half ago, before AMC went crazy, that I was buying AMC and holding it. So I was very open about my entry and my position with AMC. So it's not something that I'm just now saying it to look better. You know what I mean? Like, my AMC and GameStop position, there's the opening bell. I've been very open about for the last month and a half. It's just on my phone. Here's RMED, though. So we're going to look at that. Let's see what happens with AMC. We're over these highs. We just ripped up. We're over 52s. We're at 52.30s. Let's see what happens here, guys. Good luck. Hopefully we can make some money today. AMC's not suspended. It's at 52.50s, 52.20s. All right, guys, let's do this. Hit that like button, guys. Run up those subscribes if you haven't already. At the opening bell, guys, I see LEDS popping up pretty big. LEDS ripped up over 28, guys, over 28. We also have EVFM making some moves, so EVFM popped too. BBIG trying. Alright, AMC still trying to hold 52s here. GameStop at 257s. There goes LEDS. LEDS over 29s at 29.50. So LEDS is moving. So AMC about to break highs again. It's at 52.50s. AREC down to 4s. GameStop broke highs here, so AMC's just consolidating. Let's see what happens now. I see MOSI and BRQS. All right, let me change the scanners over here. So LEDS is probably the belle of the ball. There's AMC over 53s, guys. So AMC just broke over 53s. It's at 53.40s here for AMC. 53.40s. Big levels here. It's at 53.50s right now, too, for AMC. So crazy movement here for it. Broke highs. There's 53, almost 54s for AMC. So AMC's ripping up, guys. There's 54s. Just tapped it right there. And as for everything else, we're waiting. I don't see anything that looks good enough for me to get involved with yet. And penny stocks. All right, so AMC up to $55. So there's the pop. There's the rip for AMC. What's up, James? I mean, sometimes if a stock's got your number, bro, it's just best not to trade it. You know, some stocks, I remember I hated certain stocks back in the day. I just never performed well with trading certain ones. We got EFOI, BKTI ripping up. But AMC, guys, huge moves here. All right, EBFM's trying to break highs. AMC pulling back. Let's see if it bounces at like 54 maybe, or around 54. We also have this low at like 53.50 that we can watch. Yeah, it happens, brother. AMC up 100% today. I don't know, man. We hope so, but hey, what's up, Austin? Yeah, for sure, Arjun. That's why I said consolidation is healthy. BNGO, guys. BNGO's popping up. It's at 817s. 817s for BNGO. AMC didn't quite bounce at 54. It's up there to 55s now, though, higher than that. So we're watching that, too. I'm just waiting for stuff to trade. I don't see anything that looks favorable enough right now. I think BNGO's 1 minute pullback looked interesting here. But we're just waiting here, guys. We're just waiting a little bit. Man, LEDS. Craziness. Huge moves. Huge range, too, for LEDS. Huge moves and range. Kind of looking at RMED. AMC's pulling back some here. Let's see if it holds. Still trying. RMED is starting to reverse here. Here's RMED too. Getting back over the VWAP. We're watching this one for sure. GameStop kind of consolidating. LEDS pulling back. I see EVFM trying to get over $1 as well. RMED's popping up though, guys. Look at RMED here. AMC bouncing at 54s. Here's RMED. It's up to 720s here, guys. 720s for RMED. BNGO is popping up too. It's at 830s here for BNGO. 830s. So we're watching that too. GameStop bouncing up, AMC up to 54s, over 54s, so we're watching that. RMED with a nice push here. Here's the break over the VWAP, so beautiful push for RMED. See what happens on the rest of this one. LEDS dumping down, so y'all be careful with that one. Here's BNGO ripping up really, really nice too. So BNGO had a really solid push. BlackBerry dropping a little bit. Surprisingly, EXPR pushing up some. Man, I wish RMED would have given me an entry here before it just ripped up here. It's testing that pre-market high. It's at 780s, guys. So RMED is about to test the pre-market high. It's up there at 780, so we're watching that. Alright, so there's 780s. Is it halted? I believe it's about to get halted, guys. Alright, we are halted for RMED. I wish it would have given me an entry. I really do. It's just nothing. Right around the pre-market high, but we are halted for RMED. We should resume at 43. At 9:43. But we are actually halted. No positions for me yet today. I haven't seen anything that I really liked yet. So we're just kind of hanging out waiting. If I would have seen this, I might have bought this. But actually, no. The range is too small. But no positions yet for me. Just kind of waiting for something to happen here. LMNL starting to pop back up. Look at LMNL. It's not too bad. AMC pulling back some. Just kind of consolidating, which is fine. Still waiting for AREC's resumption. That's the one I'm really waiting for. AMC just consolidating right now at 53s. Oh wait. Okay, not AREC. RMED just consolidating at 783s. And again, that should resume in 3 minutes, guys. JZXN, guys. Look at JZXN. Here's Genius. UXIN is popping off big too. Now we're scalping LMNL here. We're up a little bit. Got 100 shares left. I'm trying to give it time to pop. There we go. We got up a little bit more there. We're slowly scalping out the rest. If we get out another 25 shares, I'll be a lot more comfortable. Yeah, so we're holding 25 shares left. Made about $20 on this one. Trying to give it a chance to break highs, but I also want to be able to catch the RMED resumption here. So let's see if we can break highs, and we're not going to be super strict with it. Maybe it does, but we're just scalping the bounce. Alright, so AMC is getting closer, guys. So here's AMC. We'll come back to LMNL. We made about $20 basically locked in on that one. We're holding 25 shares left, so small. AMC starting to push back up. It's over 55 here. It's over 55 for AMC. 55.25s now. So AMC starting to rip. We're going to go ahead and get out of LMNL. We made about $19, 20 bucks from it, basically. So that's our first trade of the day. AMC is consolidating. I'm going to see what happens. That's the AHPI push up a little bit. AREC looked okay and then just dumped down. CTXR is at 260s, guys. 260s. RMED should be resuming pretty soon here, within the next minute and a half. RMED should resume. I'm curious to see what happens with this one. But one trade so far this morning. Green, not a super active day. Less active than I would have preferred. I was hoping we got some more action this morning. But we're just kind of hanging out. We got some setups going on, but AMC up to 54.50s. EVFM just broke $1. So EVFM just broke over $1. You guys want to see that? at 101s. All right, so RMED did just resume here. So here's RMED. It resumed. It's up to over 18s. I wish this one would have given me an entry. You can see the break over the VWAP and how much volume comes in when we do break. If I could have entered here, I would have been really happy, of course, because this is usually my strategy. It's the same thing I did with LMNL here, if you see this. So it's the same strategy I've been talking about for a while. We get a drop, a rebound over the VWAP, and then we're just buying this pullback right here and riding the quick bounce, scalping out of the bounce. So we wait for it to reclaim VWAP, buy this pullback, and then ride the bounce up. RMED resumed, though. It's at 816s now. AMC is just consolidating, which is fine. You know, consolidation is healthy. We're at 824s, 840s. GOED's popping up, too. It's at 295s right now. I also see UONE. What happened to LEDS? Man, LEDS just dumped down. Man, RMED though, craziness. Are we halted again? No, we're not halted yet. It's just not really the only place to get into was this obvious level. So if you heard tech time, here's a really obvious level at 787s. Buying this dip, I think, would have made sense. We just didn't catch it. Here's AMC. So AMC still kind of consolidating, which is fine. It's green on the day, very green, so still looks good. What happened, Trader T? 159 in red, RMED. What happened with it? I'm scalping RMED here. We're up 36 bucks, kind of slowly exiting the position, only holding 25 shares left. Got the pullback to the pre-market high. If you saw tech time, this is exactly what we talked about in tech time. We saw an isolated level right here at 780s. We waited for the pullback dip to it, and now we're scalping out of it. We'll give it a second here to see if it can break highs. I might take a little bit more off just out of protection, and then if it breaks highs, great. You know, we're only holding 15 shares now, but we've mostly made our money with it. Let's see if we can break 850s here. Alright, so we made about 40 bucks for RMED. It might actually rip up and continue there. But 2 trades, 2 nice gains so far. Up about 60 on the day. Pretty small so far, but, you know, we've made our money. So again, we made our money on RMED here and LMNL. AMC still kind of consolidating. It's at 54.50s. I was really thinking about getting into EVFM too here. Here's EVFM. Sitting at ones. I almost bought this pullback to $1 here, but the range is too small, unfortunately, I think. ATOS, guys. ATOS, Atossa Therapeutics. I know the stock. Huge rip. So look at ATOS. The volume is great today, guys. The volume is hopefully back. I'm hoping we're back with the volume today. Hey, nice Trader T. Hey, that's solid. It's cheap. You're good. I thought it was worse. Hey, you're having a good day, Trader T. Yeah, MVIS popping up here. Let's see if it holds the VWAP now, though. AMC still just kind of consolidating around 54s. So, like, here's AMC. It's still just kind of hanging out around $54. So, we're going to see what happens with it, but we're just kind of consolidating. This is my day so far, guys. This is my day right now. Small day, but 2 green in the books. So, you know, this is my day, my entire day. Again, RMED, we made $40. We made about 20 on LMNL. So, good day so far. But I hope you guys can see, like, if you caught Tech Time this morning, the trade I got into just now on RMED was one that we kind of talked about in Tech Time. Again, what do we look for, guys? We look for isolated levels here. Isolated levels. So we have 790 basically right here. It's the high of pre-market. We wait for a really strong, and it's really important that it's a strong break. We wait for a really strong break over the pre-market high, and then we buy a pullback and we get out fast. If you hold these too long, you'll get dumped on. But if you could scalp these moves, if you scalp this pullback right here and just ride it up, there's money to be made there. And that's really the strategy I'm using. I don't hold it through this because a lot of the time it's not going to continue. I'm trying to ride that initial bounce. We also have the high from yesterday at around 768 and the VWAP right there. So look, here's the high from yesterday. Let's see if it bounces around here. It's possible that it does. Right around the VWAP right here at 760s on this pullback. Hey, what's up, Try? Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, I want to thank Johnny. He's made me a better and more profitable trader. Hey, happy to help, SJM. Hey, nice, Petra. All right, so look, there's the bounce right there. And again, like, you guys got to understand my system, which is just scalping. Like, I'm not holding these moves long-term at all. Like, I don't want to hold these moves long-term. They crash too much. These are penny stocks. AMC breaking highs, guys. AMC breaking highs here. It's up to 56.30s, guys. 56.30s. Huge rip. Huge break here. Making big moves right now for AMC. It's up to almost 55.90s here. 56. So we just broke the high of the day for AMC. Here's the rip, guys. It looks good. It looks good. Let's see what happens. All right, now we got this level up here that we can watch at around 56. Yeah, I see ATOS rip it up with it. ATOS making big moves too. ATOS just not even looking back. ATOS is up, just from the opening bell, ATOS is up 20%. So a big move for ATOS, huge rip. AMC got rejected there, coming back down some. I still think it's okay, but we'll see what happens here. But yeah, look at ATOS, Atossa. Huge rip. It's at 560s now, up 20% from the opening bell at around $5. Big moves there, big moves. All right, here's NAKD. NAKD's popping up too. It's at 80 cents. 80 cents for NAKD. AMC back over the previous high of the day. It's sitting right around $56. So we're going to see what happens there with AMC. Yeah, so look at RMED. It did bounce right around where I said at 750, 760s. It's at 790s now. And again, this is how you use confirmation to predict stocks. You see the high from yesterday? Look at the pullback to it. Beautiful bounce at the VWAP and that level. So this is how you use technical analysis to predict stocks, guys. And it works if you... It's not going to work 100% of the time, but the probabilities will be in your favor if you build systems and you're, you know, you learn how to document and analyze these charts. Because if you guys remember, when this thing pulled back, I was like, hey, it's pulling back to the VWAP and that level. Let's see if it bounces here. I think it might. You know, and we did. And this is how you kind of predict those little areas to dip buy into. At least that's what I do. I can't guarantee it'll work for you, but like that's what I do. Is I just look for little openings like that we can probably get a bounce from. ATOS is pulling back some. I like the extension of this pullback. I think we're more likely to bounce if it's an extended pullback here. The only thing I don't like is the levels. Like I don't see any levels to maybe bet off of. Maybe we'll hold and bounce here now. Let's see. All right, so here's AMC trying to test those highs here. Trying to test highs for it. Over 56, looks good. Moses, check the description, brother. Check the description. Just scroll down, and you'll see this one is the premium hoodie. So, like, if you scroll down, you'll see them in the description like this, brother. We got phone cases, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got it all. Buy it now, guys. No, I'm just messing with you guys. Look at a UAVS. Here, guys, UAVS. All right, so AMC over highs. It's at 57s now. Let's see if we can get over 60. I think 60 is a big level, big psychological level here. All right, so AMC up to 59s here, guys. 59s here. Now we have EXFO, guys. EXFO. Hey John, your clarity and insight is unparalleled. Thanks for price action. I'm mostly audio listen while work. Thanks for sharing. Hey, thank you, Desiree. Hey, I appreciate the support. You know, we try to be a free resource for traders. I think there's a lot of nonsense out there in the trading world where people are selling overpriced courses for thousands of dollars unnecessarily with mostly publicly available content to where they're just kind of scamming new traders that don't know any better. And so what we try to do here is just give people a free place where we can learn, you know, hang out, have fun, and talk about stocks, just so people can see how it's done live, and you know, without me trying to sell them a course or, you know, anything like that. So if you appreciate that, guys, hit that subscribe button. I'm also in right now, ATOS. I did buy that pullback. Small share size. I got 100 shares, and it's been consolidating here for too long for my comfort. We're up like $5. Pretty small on this one. But we'll let it work and see if we can get a move up to like 550 maybe that we can get out of or something like that. But we'll come back to this. We're in 50 shares right now of ATOS. We are getting a little bit of a pop up to 540s. Small trade, but you know. There we go. We just took a little bit more off. AMC about to break highs again. It's up to 1590 or 15.7, 59.50s here, guys. 59.50s. We're watching that. But yeah, we took enough off for ATOS. It's not going to be a losing trade either. We haven't had any losses yet today. Only 3 trades, but no losses. AMC's trying to break highs. It's at 59.20s. Here's ATOS. You can see I'm green in that one. RMED is the other trade we got into. Green in that one. And then LMNL, green in that one too. So we've been green all around today. Our AMC position is looking great. What do you mean, Juan? What's up, brother? I told you, bro, your content compared to all the others on YouTube is no comparison. Hey, thank you, bro. Yeah, I think a lot of people, I think the problem is that a lot of people get involved with trading and they immediately see it as like money. So it's like, I think people see it as a niche that they want to exploit. And so you get a lot of people that don't have that much experience overall. They just haven't traded that much. trying to teach people how to trade. And they try to sell courses, and a lot of these people, a lot of these kids are really what it is. They just don't have the experience. Like, they haven't traded enough, and they see it as a business that they want to start. And, like, that's cool. Like, when I started this channel, I started it as just a resource for beginners. Like, I was a beginner at the time I started this channel, and I was honest with people about it. I said, hey, look, I'm new. The channel was called Beginner Trading at the beginning because I was a beginner in the beginning. Say beginning. If I say beginning, take a shot. But no. Eventually, I'm not a beginner anymore. And I've kind of grown on YouTube to where people can watch me trade, but I never acted like something I wasn't in the beginning. And I think there's too much of that in the market where you just got people scamming people. You just got people telling people unrealistic expectations so they can sell them a course that's on publicly available content from very young, new traders that don't really know how to trade the market like that. They're a dime a dozen nowadays, and they take advantage of naive people, and so most content out there is free, guys. You don't need to pay for it. You don't need to get charged for content. Like, most of it's free. Like, you don't need to pay $1,000 for a course, even from somebody that has more experience than me, because most content out there is free. You can find almost everything they're going to teach you in a course out there for free already somewhere. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars. You don't need to spend $100. Most of it's free out there, including on my channel. And so, I'm proud of the channel. I'm proud of what we stand for here, and it feels good, man. It feels good. I appreciate the support more than anything. It feels good to have people that genuinely see value in the stuff we're putting out there. We're still in ATOS. Small little position. Hasn't done much with it. We'll get out if it drops any major way, but we'll see if we can hold at 540. Under 540, we'll get out for a little break-even trade or so. I almost got in UAVS too. I'm kind of mad I didn't. Hey, thank you, Ed. Yeah, for sure, try. You know how it is. It's always some dude in a shed, probably in his mama's house, saying how they made $1 million last week. It's like, bro, get out of here. Like, I don't need to lie to people. Like, I drive a Toyota. Like, I don't need to tell people I drive a Lamborghini just so I can look successful. You know what I mean? It's not about that. I make enough money from this channel, to be honest, that I don't have to act like an expert. Thank you, Ed. My man, Ed. Thank you for becoming a member, bro. Appreciate the support, dude. I mean, I definitely go off on irrelevant tangents, Juan, for sure. I rant all day about stuff. But, when I talk about the market, I know what I'm talking about, for sure. Alright, so this one dipped a little bit close to my exit level. We'll let it, I wanted to let it test 540. I might be holding it too long, but we're going to be green. We've scaled out of almost all of the trade anyway. I don't know. I think it depends on how much money you have. Arjun said, I don't get why people spend money on luxury cars. Why? Bezos was driving a Honda even when he was a billionaire during early days. I mean, okay. I understand why, for sure. I mean, listen, if you got it like that, you got it like that. And I'm not against luxury cars. I mean, look, I might be buying myself a Mercedes, my wife and I might be getting a Mercedes, I guess I should say. But it depends on if you have the money like that. Like, if you're struggling financially, you should not be getting a Mercedes. Because people want so hard to look successful that it's like, don't try to look successful, be successful, and then you can look successful. You know what I mean? Get ready to buy John's success course coming soon. Just kidding. All right, so AMC, our MED popping up. AMC's at 56. If it was up to me, I'd probably get the new Escalade. And I know Cadillacs are expensive, but the new Escalades are super dope. If it was up to me, I'd probably get the new Escalade. But I think my wife wants the Mercedes. And so because of that, we'll get it. I like all of them, to be honest. We were going to get a Sequoia. But Sequoias are overpriced. And the only reason we're getting a Mercedes is because there's that chip shortage right now that's just unreasonably running up the price of stocks, of cars. And so we went to the Toyota dealership, and Sequoias, like a 2021 Sequoia, is running like $80,000 for a 2021 Sequoia. And so my wife and I kind of looked at each other and we were like, well, we can get a Sequoia for $80,000, or we can get a Mercedes or an Escalade. I mean, I'm okay with paying higher repair bills for it, but it's like, look, if we're gonna spend $80,000 on a vehicle, we might as well get the nicer vehicle. Like, why would we ever get the Sequoia? You know, doesn't make sense. If they're the same price, like, I get it, I like Toyotas too. But if they're the same price, I'm gonna get the Mercedes. You know, it'll hold its value better. Yeah, I've seen the Navigator. Honestly, the Navigator's really dope too. And I'm not sold on any of them. All I know is that I'm not going to spend $80,000 on a Sequoia. You know? I love Sequoias too, but they're just too expensive right now. You know, $80,000. A Toyota Sequoia should not be the same price as a Mercedes GLS 450. Like, that should not be. And I get it, the chip shortage. It should not be that. Honestly, maybe the dealership guy was just trying to rip us off, but it's like, if we're spending $80,000, you know, $80,000 is $80,000. I'm not gonna get a Toyota if it's the same price as a Mercedes, you know. All right, so my ATOS trade, I'm glad I held and didn't sell. This thing is ripping up here. We're gonna start taking some more profits off here too. Yeah, Land Cruisers are dope, though. But a Land Cruiser, bro, is like $120,000. I don't know who Toyota thinks they are, bro. I love Toyotas. Super reliable. To put it into perspective, we own 2 Toyotas right now. We own a Tundra, and we own we're going to get out here. We own a Tundra, and we own a Venza. Great cars. You know, we got the little Toyota Venza, and then we've got the Toyota Tundra. Great cars. All we have is Toyota. It's just kind of like, I don't know what the dealership was saying, but it's just like Land Cruisers, $120K. Sequoias, $85K. Post-tax. So it's just kind of like, I'm going to get the Mercedes then, you know? Why would we get the Toyota? Doesn't make sense. Man, if this ain't a polarized and divisive topic, I don't know what is, guys. No, I wanted a 4Runner, but my wife says they're not big enough. Because, like, my daughter's in softball, and so it's plausible that we're going to be... It's likely that we're going to be hauling around her friends in softball. And so my wife wants us to get a big vehicle that has 3 rows of seats. And so that's why we were going with the Sequoia. If it was up to me, I'd probably get the 4Runner, because I love 4Runners. I've always wanted a 4Runner, too. But it ain't up to me, you know. And if you're married, you know what I mean. BBIG popping up, breaking highs. We're watching this. AMC pulling back. It's at 57. Strong move on the day, though. Strong move on the day. Well, we need 3 rows of seats is what we need, LD. We need 3 rows, and the 4Runner just doesn't have that. Oh no, I mean that's what we're buying in Morris for the most part. What we're probably gonna do, we're probably just gonna drop most. We're gonna be paying. We're gonna pay like 3/4 of it off, and then finance the last 20% just so we can help build our credit better. Like, my credit rating's finally decent, and so my wife needs better credit, so we're gonna do that and probably finance the last 20% just so we can improve credit. UONE's popping up. It's at 16s as well, guys. 16s. UAVS, man, I'm torn on this one. I don't know how I feel about it. AMC, guys, still looking good. Let's see if it holds at 56. I think 56 is a really obvious level. Again, it's an isolated level from before. And again, AMC, another great example. Look at this isolated level up here. So we have this isolated high of the day at 56. Look what happens. We break over that, we pull back to it, and boom, we actually hold at that 56 level. And so it's an isolated level, and then it actually held. And now we're pulling back to it. We'll see if we actually hold this one. But it's been a pretty good day, to be honest. We're up. Oh, man, I don't know if this is an omen or not. I kind of want to get into a trade just to get rid of this number. We're up $66.66, guys. Here's my P&L. Basically $70. Jeff, what are you mad, bro? What's wrong with you, Jeff? You mad, bro? You seem upset, dude. You know? You seem upset, bro. People are donating to me because I'm providing a service, guys. Like they're not buy. They can joke around and buy push-ups. Like, that's fine. But like, they're donating to me because they appreciate the free content that I provide and put out there. So don't hate. You know, it's just insecurity if you are. I can't tell if you are or not. But it's just kind of like, come on. You know. All right, so we'll see what happens with RMED. We'll see what happens here. What's up, Flex? How you doing, brother? Yeah, good. Good to see you here, bro. It's been a while. Flex, how you doing, bro? Yeah, I mean, that's what I do, Joel. But my wife wants to build her credit, basically. And she basically has no credit. So, you know, that's what she's working on now. Man, I can't talk about anything with y'all. Everybody just gets mad. I'm just realizing. Like, I can't talk about anything. I try to talk about my life, and then people just get insecure, you know? Anyways. I want to see if RMED holds here. What's AMC at? AMC still sitting at 56. Let's see if it actually bounces there. I'm looking at RMED. I want to see if it holds not only this pre-market high at around 8. Basically, I want to see it hold at 8. $8, I think, is an interesting spot. Hey, my man Sam. That's what people don't realize. Like, complaining about something honestly makes people donate more. You know, like, we had a guy in here. Thank you, Sam, my man. Appreciate the support, brother. Like, we had a guy in here really upset. The whole reason we did the push-up thing is because people got so mad. I was getting donations that we started to just add something that they could pay for, something more tangible, like a push-up. I don't even know if Jeff's mad. I'm just saying. If you're insulting people that are donating to me, you seem a little mad, you know. What's my P&L? It's like $66.66. This is it right here. And that's fine. I mean, listen, we're 45 minutes into the day. So we'll take it. A small day. I mean, I don't see much going on. I'm up in AMC big today, though, even though it didn't hold at 56. I wanted to see it hold there. I'm still looking at RMED. RCAT? Yeah, that's right, Liz. You know, Angry Jeff. Now, we already got Angry Bob in here. We can't have two Angries. Yep. RCAT looks dull, slow, boring. TKAT. UXIN still pretty looks pretty good. John, help me to learn to sell when I'm up in profit and not let the profit go red. I mean, to be honest, bro, the only way you could really learn to do that is by conditioning yourself through repetition. So you just want to practice it, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So like the best thing you could do is just give yourself a profit target and then stick to that profit target and then rinse and repeat that over and over and over again. The more you do it, the easier it'll become in the future to do it again. But you just got to learn to do it at first. So my suggestion, and again, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. You always got to make your own assessment of the market and trade responsibly. My suggestion is to take small size and just learn to take profit with small size and then slowly scale your size up. Okay, motivation, bro. We see it, dude. We see it, bro. RK8. All right, look, you're getting out of here. Get out of here, bro. Like, dude, you're literally spamming the crappiest stock ever, dude. Nobody buy RCAT. This is what happens when you spam. Nobody buy it. It looks terrible. It looks slow, boring, downward trend, no volume. Basically looks like an OTC stock listed on the NASDAQ. It put in these huge gains and then came all the way back to 240. It looks terrible, to be honest. Don't buy it, guys. Not an investment professional. Don't sue me. But that's what happens when you spam. It legitimately looks bad, bro. Which is the most frustrating thing. I see somebody be like, hey, buy this stock. Buy the stock. Do it now. Buy it. Look at it. RCAT. I'm thinking, man, is RCAT running? Is it pushing up big? What's going on with RCAT? I look at it, it freaking looks like this. What? This ain't doing anything, bro. This is doing nothing. It's like me saying, ooh, look at GE today. Look at this one. Except GE's a real company. Look at this. Crazy sideways action here. Hey, thank you, Daniel. My man. Hey, appreciate the support, bro. Let's see if we bounce at $8 for RMED. Hey, don't mess with GE. Hey, I don't hate GE. We'll see what happens. The love is real, the hate is real. Hey, you love to see it, I guess. Honestly, I love my haters, bro. It feels good to have haters, to be honest, because if you got haters, you're doing something right, and so it feels good to have them. If you're sparking insecurities in others, then you're succeeding, and so it feels good, man. It feels good. Maybe I'm the insecure one for talking about it so much. Maybe that's it. But anyways. AMC breaking under the VWAP, not looking good. Look, RMED did bounce right around this level that we talked about at 785. Hey, my man POV, I just went through the same thing with a new car. My lease is about up. Wanted to go from the SRT to the Hellcat. They're up 10K over MSRP, just about 100K. Yeah, for sure, POV. It's because of the microchip shortage. Is really what it is from COVID. Like they're having supply issues with that type of stuff. And so for me, it's just kind of like, well, if American cars are having microchip problems, then I'm just gonna buy a luxury car. And I'm not usually like that. We got 2 Toyotas. But yeah, hey, I appreciate the donation though, bro. Appreciate it. There's 850s for RMED. Yeah, no Tahoes, no Navigators, no Durangos, nothing. Ended up with an E350. Honestly, I really wanted to get a Subaru WRX STI is what I really wanted. That's what I really wanted to get. But my wife basically said no. Not with kids. I would love to get one, but my wife basically said no. They're honestly pretty safe cars, though. RMED looks good. Bounced right off the level we talked about. It's the one we made most of our money with today. Maybe I should have held ATOS, because that thing did keep ripping up. Let me see what else we got. Alright, so RMED pulling back to 8. I want to see if it holds here now. Here's AMC. Is Morris mad? Nah, he said you treat people who donate the same as people who don't. I've been here for a while now. Never donated. Sorry guys, hold on. Alright, we're scalping a little bit of ATOS here. I want to see if we can break highs with this last 35 shares. Alright, so the lawn guys are here again. If you can't hear them. Alright, we're up about 80 bucks today, which is good. Alright, we'll get out there. So made a little bit of money there. So we're up about 80 bucks. I'll take it. Hey, what's up, Dub? Yeah, I have 2 Dub. I've always wanted a STI, but I've never got one. I don't think Morris is mad. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you gotta ask me a question, just at me. I'll answer it. I think Morris was being nice, is really what I think Morris was doing, yeah. Morris said, you treat people who donate the same as people who don't. I've been here a while, never donated, and you have answered a few of my questions. Yeah, I don't ostracize people because they don't donate. I appreciate the donations, though, guys. I really do. I mean, you know, donations help support the channel. And like I said, you guys got to understand something. Like, if y'all are mad about donations, I know you're not, Morris. I know that was a compliment, and you were basically bringing attention to the fact that I don't just shill for the people who donate to me. I'm nice to everybody. Hopefully. That's what you're saying, at least. But yeah, this whole channel's free. I don't charge for my content at all. You know, and if I wanted to, I could sell a course and probably make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing so. And if y'all think I couldn't with this following I have, y'all aren't being objective about the situation. Like, if I wanted to, I could put out a bunch of unrealistic expectations and sell a course and make bank doing so. But I choose not to because I want to be a free resource and community for traders. And if you want to donate to me to you know, compensate for that, that's great. And I really do appreciate it. But you don't have to, of course. And I appreciate all the support we get regardless of what it is. Whether you're hitting the like button, whether you're just telling me you appreciate my content, whether you subscribe to the channel, of course, that's the best way to do it. Hit that subscribe button, whether you use one of my affiliate links or whatever you want to do. Hey, thank you, Thomas, my man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the support, dude. Appreciate the love, bro. Yeah, I mean, you're not mad, Jeff. You're good, bro. Dude, you're cool. Thanks for the free channel. Hey, thank you, Odin. Hey, Daniela. See, honestly, I'm still kind of mad. I didn't hold ATOS. Look at ATOS. Rip it up. I mean, we're green today. We haven't had a losing trade, to be honest. No losses. Maybe I should wake up later next time. But yeah, thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Ryan, my man. Appreciate the support, guys. John, we all know you're a legend. I try, bro. I try, you know. Hey. Yeah, appreciate the support, guys. Really do. Thank you, team. Hey, thank you, Ado. My Louisiana brother. What's up, Matt? How you doing, dude? Appreciate the support, guys. And I mean, I think you guys know that, like, I know what I'm talking about in trading. Like, I'm not just BSing everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know I know what I'm saying. Like, y'all know. Again, like, y'all see how consistent I am. Like, today, no losses yet today. Here's my P&L, my updated P&L. You know, no losses. And my wins are small, of course. But, like, we're trading with a relatively small account in the grand scheme of things. So, no losses today. All day. We've gotten to 3 trades, all green, 100% accuracy. And even though it's small, we're scaling up our size. Like, people used to hate on me so hard for trading small. And to be honest, I got mad at them at the time. But they were probably right. I needed to scale up my size. Because now I have scaled up my size and I've gone from making like $20 a day to making like $50 to $100 a day. And my account's growing much faster, and it just feels good. It feels good to finally have scaled up and be profitable while doing so. Still, at the same time, I should have held ATOS. What's AMC doing? AMC still testing the VWAP, battling it. But yeah, thank you guys for the donations. Thank you for sure, Ryan and Daniela. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support for sure. Hey, thank you, Juan, my man. Hey, thank you, Richard. Daniel says, if God is at your dinner table, do you say grace? Maybe. You know? I don't understand the insinuation. I'm sure you're basically saying people should thank me if I'm there. You know, I guess. Yeah. But I appreciate the support, though, Dana. Mr. B, what's up, man? Thank you, bro. I think our landscape guys are here right now. We got CLOV popping off. CLOV looks good. Highly shorted stock. Still running up. Somebody just ring my doorbell. This is the... Here, let me get Carol. All right. All right, so again, I mean, we made most of our money in ATOS. We made some money in RMED, and we did still bounce here. And look how important these levels are. So when you got a big isolated pre-market high like this, look at how much it respects that level. So if you call it tech time today, this is what we talked about, is stuff like this. And you can see how easy it is to base trades around those levels if you can kind of spot them. Hey, what's up, Trader T? You out? Oh, later, try. Have a good day, brother. Yeah, I didn't get enough sleep last night, Daniel, so I didn't understand your analogy. So sorry, I'm a little slow today. They say if you don't get enough sleep, they say if you don't get 7 hours of sleep, your IQ, they say for every, whoa, man, everybody yell at me for not holding ATOS longer, because damn, that one pushed up huge. They say for every hour less than 7 hours of sleep you get, your IQ drops by 10 points. I don't know if that's an accurate thing, but I definitely feel like it today. Even though I haven't had a losing trade, maybe I should get less sleep. Maybe I'm a better trader when I'm done. But ATOS is absolutely ripping up here. Here's PXS. There's 850s. RMO's ripping up too. UAVS too. I almost thought about buying this one on that VWAP reclaim right here, and I just didn't, you know. Also, guys, if you want to help support the channel through affiliate links, there's a few different ways you could do it. The first way is by checking out TopStep. If you like futures or Forex, there's no PDT rule in those markets. And TopStep funds you in those markets. And so what they do is they give you a demo account. The base one's $30K. And you basically, if you pass the test, you get funded the same amount. So there's funding from $30K up to over $100K if you want a big boy account. And so they give you these demo accounts. If you can hit their profit target without hitting their max loss and while following the rest of their rules, then they fund you the same amount. So if you pass the first one, you get $30K in funding. You pass the $100K plus when you get that much funding with an 80% profit split. And so if you make $1,000 net, for instance, on those accounts, then you get to keep $800. They keep $200. And they're regulated and located here in the U.S. They pay out millions of dollars per year in withdrawals. And so you know they're at least paying out their profitable traders in withdrawals, millions of dollars a year, that is, and they're funding thousands. Last year they funded over 6,000 traders. I think it's good. Okay, so I think it's really good if you're learning these markets, because I think it's a lot cheaper than putting the money up yourself for these markets. Like if you're learning to trade futures, instead of putting and risking 10K, you can basically spend $120 using my link and get 20% off. Instead of risking that much money. And if you lose your account, then you're only down what you paid for it, and you can always refresh your account. But I think it's a good option for learning, and it's a cheaper way to learn with less risk. It's also good if you know what you're doing in those markets and you want to try to get funded. Here's the link. Again, futures have no PDT rule, so there's the link if you want to check it out. It's a great way to help support your boy here. I am going to be certainly biased in their favor because I get a commission if you sign up through me, and so I'm certainly biased, and I always try to be transparent about that. But I'll put it to the top of the page if you want to check it out. So Thomas says, my account is between $500 and $1,000. What do you suggest to help grow? Okay, so I'm going to preface the answer to this question with the fact that I am not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose in these markets. This is not professional stock trader advice, and this is purely entertainment purposes only. Basically, the overarching point is don't sue me. Okay? With that said, if you've got a $500 to $1,000 account, you've got a few options, okay? What I would do, and I can't say what you should do, but what I would do if I was a beginner and I only had that much is I would trade a cash account with small size. And so with a cash account, there's no PDT rule. The only thing you have to do with a cash account, though, is you have to wait 2 days for your funds to settle after each trade. And so basically with a $1,000 account, you're going to be restricted to trading $500 one day, $500 the next, $500 one day, $500 the next. And that's all the equity you can use per day is $500 one, $500 the next. But that way you'll have no PDT rule. And with $500, you can get into, you could buy 100 shares of a, you could buy 100 shares of a $5 stock. You know what I mean? You could buy You can get into 2 trades of 100 shares of a $2.50 stock, and so you can get into a few trades a day with $1,000, with $500 per day in equity, with $1,000 total with the cash account. You can get into a few trades a day, get into 10 plus day trades per week potentially, instead of just being restricted to only 3. And so if I had a cash account, if I had $1,000 cash, if I had $1,000, that's what I would do. Is I would probably try to get into 1 or 2 good trades, A+ setups per day, and learn that way with small size. You also want to learn with a demo account first, though, and you really want to build up a system first. You don't want to use real money to build your system. You want to figure out what type of trader you are with a paper account and build your system that way. And if you want a free paper account, Webull has free paper trading. So I'll post this link. If you open up an account on Webull, you get a free stock. If you deposit $100, you get another free stock. There's free paper trading and 0 commissions on Webull, and it's a great way to help support the channel as well. Of course, I get a free stock if you sign up too, and so that definitely influences me and shows bias for sure. But if you're a new trader and you don't have a Webull account, you're slacking. I think free paper trading is good enough sell for it. You get free stocks just for opening up an account and depositing $100. And okay, motivation, bro, get out of here. You're obviously just trying to pump up one of your positions. Stop spamming, bro. Stop spamming. Like, get out of here, dude. Like, you're just trying to pump up one of your positions that you're already holding on a stock that doesn't really look that good. Maybe it goes up or down, but you're obviously just desperate to pump the stock up. The only people that act like that are people that are just down in trades and desperate to influence positions. The problem, though, motivation, is that, let me see. All right, so RCAT's got 11 million, so I guess it's small enough for you to pump, but yeah, cut it out. But yeah, that's what I would do. Where'd he go? That's what I would do, Thomas, if I was a new trader. And remember, the PDT rule's not there if you have a cash account. You can day trade as much as you want with a cash account. You just have to wait 2 days for your funds to settle after each trade. All right, so AMC back over the VWAP, still pushing up. But I appreciate the donation, brother. Thank you, man. Nah, it takes way longer than a month, Matty J. Probably takes a year, I'm guessing. Other than Webull, what do you recommend? I'm in Canada. If you're in Canada, I don't know. There's I use 0 commission broker, so if you're outside of the US, I don't know what you should use. Yeah, I hope so, NASCAR. We'll see, brother. Hey, thank you, One True. John, I keep trying to see. It's an LSU hat. So, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So, go Tigers. Go Saints. Hey, nice, Martin. Congrats, brother. John, why don't you use other indicators, specifically TTM squeeze? You familiar? Because I just stick with what works for me. Like right now I got a winning system and I'm not going to cloud it up with a bunch of indicators. Again, I'm more of a purist when it comes to that. So I like using just the VWAP to identify the trend and then my own self-drawn support and resistance lines. And that's what works for me. But it's a subjective thing and everybody's not going to be the same. And some people use indicators better than others. And I'm a purist. I like just the VWAP and just simple technical charting. Yeah, there's no PDT rule outside of Canada. You do have to pay commissions, I'm pretty sure, though. But I'm not sure if TD Ameritrade allows people to sign up. Do they in Canada? I don't know, to be honest. Never had to worry about it, really, being here in the U.S. So AMC, let's see if it holds the VWAP now. It's at 55.50s. John, if I hit the PDT rule but keep 35K, 25K cash and trade with 10K daily, and if I buy cryptos and it drops me below 25K, do I get banned 90 days? It depends. To be honest, I'm just gonna refer to you to your platform. Ask your broker. They're gonna know better than me because I've never been in that situation, to be honest. My guess is that once you hit under 25K in equity, you have to stop day trading until you get that much equity back in your account. And there might be like a window that they give you to get that much back or to let your stocks bounce back. Somebody in the chat might know better. Chat, what do you guys think? Interesting. Now, TD is located in New York, I'm pretty sure, or Iowa. I don't know. I have to wire money to them when I deposit money into my account. So it's located. Their current bank is in the U.S., but they will lock your account until you get to above 25K. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, so my guess, if you break under 25K, stop trading until you put that much back into your account is probably what you want to do. But again, it's best to ask the brokerage just to be safe. CLOV is up to over 11, guys. Over 11 here. So we'll see what happens there. All right, so CLOV's rip it up. Highly shorted stock. Big squeeze happening right now. So we'll see what we get with this. I'm probably going to go ahead and close it down, guys. I'm going to shut it down a little bit early today. I don't know if I'm going to trade anymore. I'm already up about 80 bucks, almost $100. I don't see anything that I really like, and usually the later in the day, the less, the worse I do. So I'm going to slow it down, keep my green day. I didn't get a ton of sleep last night, so I'm probably going to go hit the hay for a little bit, guys. Again, if you want to help support the channel, though, we do have our Trader Rehab channel growing, and we're getting some subs there. Again, we're going to end up reshooting our last episode just because I had some better ideas with the format. But the first episode should be dropping this week sometime. Go sub to Trader Rehab. It's a new podcast-like show, or channel, I should say, where we interview traders. We talk about stuff going on. We talk about how they can improve and fix holes in their game with their trading coming from, experienced traders like me in two-way. And so if you appreciate that, you want to see that, hit the subscribe button, guys, on that channel. Check it out. There's the link. I'll go sub to Trader Rehab. Great way to help support the channel here. And, let's see if we can break 200 subs before we drop our first video. That'll be fun. Also, you can buy these trader mugs, guys. So if you want, another way to help support the channel is you can buy these trader mugs. Here's the trader mugs. They're VWAP Fade trader mugs. They have VWAP patterns on them. And you can see them here. They're really cool mugs. You can see it says VWAP Fade. It's got VWAP patterns on them. It's got really cool green insides for a trader mug. Really cool. They are $20 with shipping included in that 20. If you're in the U.S. If you're outside the U.S., I'm sorry. Can't ship them. And so, yeah, we sent out a batch Friday. And so you should be getting, if you ordered one in the last week or two, you should be getting yours within a week or two. But, yeah, y'all check it out. The link is in the description if you want one of the trader mugs. Another way to just help support the channel. And honestly, it's pretty cheap because it costs $10 just to ship these freaking things. And so with that, you're getting a mug basically for $10, which is pretty cheap. Most people charge $25 plus shipping. So check them out. Help support the channel. And yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Remember, hit that subscribe button, guys. Click the notification bell. I definitely appreciate all the support. Again, if you want to check out Top Step, it's pinned to the top of the page. If you want to try to get funded in futures or Forex. I think since I might, we're going to do the rest of these push-ups tomorrow. So maybe we'll get a big day for tomorrow, but we're going to push this back to tomorrow, guys. Just because I didn't get much sleep. I don't want to do exercise and have that keep me up. So anyways, team, love you all. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for the real info. Gotta go. Been watching for months. You're a true legend. Thank you, Ernie. Served for Ryan. Felipe, love. Hey, you know how it is, Ryan. Or Ronan. We're going to change the channel to Ryan Felipe Stock Tips. Yeah, for sure. Hey, thank you, Conrad, my man. Appreciate the support, bro. Later, team. Have a good day, guys.